Folks, welcome to Tier 3 Vision. This is Vikash, and today we are going to study the most important topic, that is command line interface. So generally in operating system, we have various kind of interface designs, like we have menu driven interface, graphical user interface, touch screen graphical user interface. So for example, right now I'm opening this folder. So this is basically some sort of user interface. But when it comes to command line interface, it is basically do everything with command prompt, or you can say terminal. So let's get started. So firstly, we need to open our terminal. So as you can see, we'll open our terminal app. So this is our default terminal. So I'm using Mac. For Windows, you can open command prompt. So I'm just zooming a little bit. So today we are going to study about the certain Linux command. Okay, so what kind of benefits provided by the CLI, command line interface? So first of all, it makes our processing or execution, or you can say work, much faster than normal user interface, and it also help us work much efficiently. So today we are going to discuss some of the things regarding this. So I'm going to explain you certain commands one by one. So firstly, we are going to start with one of the basic command, that is pwd. Pwd stand for present working directory. So when you hit pwd and hit enter, it will basically give you present working directory. So as you can see, my present working directory is users/Vikash. Now, suppose you want to go to particular directory. So you can navigate to particular directory by using cd command. So cd is basically for change directory. Cd, and you need to give the particular directory. So suppose I want to go desktop. So what is basically some kind of functionality provided by the command line interface also. So suppose you want to navigate to desktop, you simply can print de and hit a tab. It will automatically complete that particular word. So suppose I don't want to go to desktop, I want to see all the basically folders or directory start with D. I can simply hit tab. So you can see in the drop down list I have desktop, I have my documents, and I have my download. So I'm just zooming it for more visibility. So suppose I want to go to cd desktop, so I can simply hit desktop. So when I go to desktop, now if I hit pwd present working directory, so as you can see, my present working directory is users, Vikasgarg, and desktop. Now suppose you want to make some directory, or you want to basically create a directory, so you can do mkdir. Mkdir stand for make directory, and you need to simply give name of directory. So suppose I want to create a directory in my desktop folder naming test. So when I hit enter, so as you can see here, the test directory is automatically created. As you can see here, the test directory is automatically created. Now suppose I want to remove that particular directory. How can I remove it? So as it's a empty directory, sometimes it happens that you don't have an empty directory. So you can simply hit rm. Rm is basically for remove directory, and you simply can pass the name of directory. So you can see rm test, but it's a directory. Okay, so it's a directory. So here you can see test is a directory. So what we need to give is rm-r, and we need to give test. So you can see our test directory is deleted. So now again, if you want to create a particular directory, so how you can do is mkdir. Suppose I want to create test1. So as you can see, test1, my directory is created. Now I want to navigate to this particular directory, cd, then I'll do test, and I hit a tab. So you can see I'm inside the tab. Now suppose you want to create a particular file inside this directory. So simply you can do touch. Touch is basically you want to create a particular file, and you can see random.txt. So when you click here, so you can see here if I open, random.txt is created inside my this particular directory. Now another important command is ls. ls is basically stand for list. So it will list number of files in my particular directory. So suppose I want to create another file. So what I'll do, touch random2.txt. You can give whatever extension the way you feasible. So suppose you can give txt, or you can give random.py, you can give any sort of thing, random.java, random.ccp. So I'm giving random.py. So now if I'll do ls, so it will here showing two file, random.py and random2.py and random.txt. Now suppose I want to edit this particular file, I want to write any kind of content inside this file. So how you can do? So Linux provides some default editor. So some is vi editor and some is vim editor. So what you can do, you can use vi and you can open random.txt. So what it will basically open the vi editor. So now if you want to insert that particular information inside that particular file, so you need to go into insert mode by clicking I. So as you can see, now I'm in the insert mode. So suppose I want to type here, hello folks, welcome to tier 3 vision. So as you can see, I have written this much information inside my file. Now if I want to simply exit from this insert, I can press escape, and I want to basically what I do, I need to save and exit. So you can simply press :WQ and you can come outside. So suppose now I'll check, I'll go to insert text random.txt, and if I open that particular file, as you can see, it's showing, hello folks, welcome to tier 3 vision. Now one of the important command another we are having is history. So history is basically what basically gives us is history of command we have executed. Suppose if I hit history here, so it basically give me with the process ID and whatever the command I have executed till now. And one of the most important command I'll tell you at the last is clear, because right now I don't want to clear any kind of thing. So I'll tell you at the last. Now one important command is cat. So cat is basically concat. So if I hit cat random.txt, so it will basically give me what are the data I'm having inside my file. So as you can see, in my random.txt, I'm having hello folks, welcome to tier 3 vision. So suppose I'll give cat random2.py. So as you can see here, we don't have any sort of data, that's why it's not showing. Now suppose you want to edit using another terminal. So another we have vim editor, that is also default in Linux, so you can also use it. So you can do vim random2, I'm hitting tab, random2.py. So it will basically entering this particular insert. Now you want to insert, so you will print I. Now suppose here I want to print hello folks, sorry, and basically I have printed it. Now I want to escape, I'll hit escape and :WQ. So now if I'll hit my previous command, so one of the handy things that is provided by terminal, or you can say command prompt, you can use arrow keys to basically get all the commands that you executed before and after. So I'm hitting arrow key, I want to go to this cat random.py. So as you can see here, I'm having this print hello world. So command line interface is one of the very useful interface. It makes it makes you feel very snappy while working on certain kind of project directory. You can do pretty much everything with command line interface. You need not to go to graphical user interface to do sort of work. So suppose as of now I want to find out I'm in a which directory. So I'll hit pwd. So I'm inside my test1. Suppose I want to open this test1 inside my Visual Studio Code, because Visual Studio Code is, most of the developers people use it for various kind of project development and testing kind of purposes. So you can simply hit code space dot. So what it will do, it will open, as you can see it has opened the particular two files in my Visual Studio Code. So you can see random.txt I'm having and random2.txt print hello folks. So simply closing it. Now one of the last command that I want to continue. So these are the certain basic command. We are going to go to some of the advanced command like SSH forwarding and working with different kind of server in my next video. So the last command I want to come with is called clear. So clear is my command that will basically clear all the data. You can again hit history command to get what kind of data you have executed till now. So you can see. So with that, thank you so much folks. Hope to see you with the next video. Till then, take care, do like, comment and subscribe.